Met you during hospitality days. Good to see you here at the farmers' protest. Why do you think this is happening at the moment? Why do you think that so many people are angry and the government has done this?
Well, farmers have had a really tough time for years. You know, under the last government, they were stopped from sending their produce into Europe, and then it was a trade deal with Australia and New Zealand, making it easier for them to undercut our farmers. Then there's the botched transition and the basic payment scheme. Then they've had so many other things. They've had rising energy prices, fertilizer prices, feed prices. And then they've had just some of the worst weather and flooding in generations. Farmers have had it really, really tough, and this government doesn't seem to get it. They don't seem to get how important they are to our rural economies, to our society, to our environment. Now it takes my breath away by how dreadful they're being. This is a full-scale attack on them. They're slashing their payments, the basic payment scheme. They're going to cut that. The Democrats will be standing by our farmers every step of the way.
Do you think there's an opportunity for Rachel Reeves to reflect on all of this, to say that they perhaps can navigate their way through, go back to the drawing board, consider it again? What's your take on it?
Well, first of all, they've got to get the numbers right, haven't they?
Yeah.
They can't even count, apparently, in the Treasury, as far as I can see from the press reports. They've got to think again. And I don't think they understand how farming works, passing a farm from generation to generation, long-term investment. And they don't seem to understand that the farms are maybe asset rich, but they're cash poor. And they say, well, they can pay it over 10 years. Well, that'd be a huge liquidity problem for farmers. And so I think this just has to stop.
And what would you say? How important is it for the public to let their MPs know, to have their voices heard, to call them, email them, and say, their views about supporting our farmers?
I just urge people to do that, get behind them. I think farmers in our country are the best in the world. They're crucial for food security. They're crucial to keeping food price inflation down. What would happen if farmers go out of business? What's going to happen to the price of food? So this affects everybody. I think people in the Treasury and certainly in the higher echelons of the Labour Party don't seem to understand the full impact of this.
Okay,
so, got to go now. But nice to talk to you.
Thanks a lot, Ed.
Thank
All
you.
the best. Take care. Well, there you hear it. Everyone's here. Lots of people. We've got farmers, we've got citizens, haulage, truckers, pensioners, students. Let's all stand together with our farmers. Make your voices heard. Let your MPs hear from you. This is just the beginning.